Hey world, today we are going to be doing some basic strokes that make up the letters in your calligraphy and hand lettering. So we'll be doing the basic monoline strokes and then the brush strokes. So you're going to need a brush pen if you want to do the calligraphy strokes, and if you're just looking for basic letters for monoline, then a pen will do. In this video I'm going to be using the Tombow Fluorescente brush pen in the soft tip and the Papermate Inkjoy 0.7 gel pen in both this wisteria color and the black color. The black color is going to be the one for my basic strokes, and then the pink color, purple color, wisteria color is going to be used for just drawing the arrows so that you know which one's your downstroke and upstroke. So these are the basic strokes in monoline. So the first one that we have is kind of like a pause button. It's a down line or straight upward lines, and if it's a down line it's going to be thick and you're going to apply pressure, and if it's an up line it's going to be thin and you're not going to apply pressure. So the rule with this is kind of just whenever you're going down you want to apply pressure. If you're going horizontally then you don't want to apply pressure. If you're kind of going diagonally, like transitioning, you want to slowly change the amount of pressure to get a smooth transition, and that's pretty much the basics. So you also have a straight pause line in diagonals in both directions, and it's pretty much the same thing. More pressure on the downstroke, less pressure on the upstroke to get those thick and thin lines. So now we have a circle shape. This circle shape is used in letters like A's and D's, and so it's just a circle, and you want to make sure that as you are transitioning into the thick line that you are adding pressure slowly, and as you transition to the thin line that you're releasing pressure slowly. And now we have this kind of C shape, which is very similar to the O shape. Just make sure that you're adding and releasing pressure slowly to get those smooth transitions. Now we have this U shape, which is very similar to the O and the C. Just make sure that you press hard as you go down and then smoothly and slowly change the pressure to go up. And then here is this kind of like B shape that kind of goes on the bottoms of letters like F's and can be rotated to go on the bottoms of letters like G's. And you pretty much press hard as you go down, and then you curve up, and it's all with little pressure. So now we have this kind of N, and this is used in letters like M's, and it's just thinly goes up and then slowly release pressure as you go down. It's very similar to the U except kind of upside down. So now we have a kind of D shape, and this is also an example of how you could do it wrong. So if you're doing it correctly, then you're going to start with your downstroke and then go into your upstroke. But sometimes you do the downstroke on the curve rather than the thick, like long line. So just make sure that you're starting at the right spot so that you're applying pressure in the right spot, because it does make a difference in how your letters look. So those were pretty much the basic strokes that you're going to use in your calligraphy. And now we have some basic strokes you can use to practice your thick and thin strokes and your transitions from thick and thin. So this first one is kind of a wave. So you go up and down and up and down, and this has lots of curves, and it's very, very basic and easy. So it's a really good way to practice transitions and thick and thin strokes. So you're going to go lightly up, then slowly add pressure to get thick lines, and then slowly release pressure to get the thin line again. And just repeat that a few times to get your nice wave. This is also a good way to get those thick and thin downstrokes. And then the next stroke is also a really good way. It's a little bit more challenging, but not by that much. It's a swirly line. So this stroke has lots of curves, and it's a very curvy one. So it's really, really good for practicing your curves for those O's and N's and C's and M's and anything that has lots of curves. This is a really good practice for that. So what you're doing is you're going up and then you're going down and then up and then down, but you're making sure that you're making circles. And with a brush pen you're going to go up and then slowly add pressure and slowly release pressure, and you're gonna always have to kind of change the amount of pressure that you're doing. So hopefully this video helped you figure out your basic strokes to do the alphabet, as well as some basic strokes to practice before you get into actually calligraphing letters, which I will be doing next week, a video on how to calligraphy letters. Make sure to subscribe to get notified and hit the bell to get notified when that comes out, and subscribe because I make new videos every Monday. Make sure you practice these strokes because after a while you'll get the hang of it, and then you could move on to the alphabet. Leave a like on this video so that it can reach more people, and comment down below on your tips for learning on how to do these basic strokes and learning calligraphy in general. Remember to have a happy Monday, and bye bye!